Hey, I want to make a video today to talk about something that was a big topic in our live chat the other night, and that was the black militia, or I guess we should just say militia, that showed up. I believe it's called Stone Mountain. They apparently marched in formation, uniforms, rifles, etc. And I'm not really sure what they were wanting to achieve. I think they were wanting to express their discontent with the actual tribute to those Confederate soldiers, General Lee, etc. But a lot of people said, oh my God, don't you think this is awful, blah, blah, blah. And a lot of people I've seen condemning it on the internet saying, oh, this is just an act of war, even some people say it. And, oh, this is intimidation and this is that. And I'm like, was it intimidation when white militias show up at places? But not getting into what everyone else says, I want to get into what my opinion of it is. And I think it's fucking awesome. I think it's awesome when any group exercises both their First Amendment right and their Second Amendment right at the same time. Think it's fucking awesome. Now, are they right? Do I agree with whatever they have to say or whatever their position is that they're using their First Amendment to put forward? I don't know if I do or not, because I don't even know what they wanted. Like I said before, I doubt it. I doubt I'm along with on the ride with them for what they want to actually achieve. But I 100% support their right to do it. I 100% support their First Amendment right. I 100% support their Second Amendment right. And I know a lot of people are going to like that because people, like I said, we live in a culture now where everyone's divided by fear and hatred. And, you know, I'm scared. They scary black people with guns, scary white people with guns. It's just, that's everything on both sides. And I'm sick of it. But I don't care about that because I think all of you know this channel is not about subs or or popularity or making money. This channel is about me telling the truth, hopefully, as well, at least as I see it. And the truth is, like I said, I fully support them doing what they did. Now, a lot of people have said they got up there and then they said, hey, I dare someone to come say something to us we don't like. Well, that I'm not going to agree with if they did do that, because to me, that's just like starting a fight. If you want to start a fight between you and another individual, that's one thing. I don't care. You know, I think most people know I don't scare easy and I'm not afraid of conflict, but I don't think you should go up as an armed group and start fights. That's not what because then you start to be offensive. And to me, a militia should always be seen as defensive. They should be seen as a line of defense. They should be seen as a group of concerned armed citizens who are out to do the right thing, not a bunch of armed thugs that are about to try to start trouble. So if you went up there and tried to start trouble, then that's when you would lose my support. But like I say, I don't know about that. I can't talk about that. All I can say is I support their right to go up there. I support their right to be a militia. I support their right to get up there and state their case. 100%. It doesn't scare me to see black people with guns. That's why most gun laws that are around today exist, because it scared people to see black people with guns when they started being treated like people and they were emancipated. So I'm not going to fall into that trap. I'm not going to be that kind of hypocrite. Please, I ask everyone out there, don't be that kind of hypocrite. And I've seen it already. When we were talking about it last night, it was all over the place. And when you searched it, you found all kinds of people that are supposedly very pro-Second Amendment, very First Amendment, condemning them. Don't do that. If you want to talk about their message and how you disagree with their message, or even, like I said, if they were trying to start fights and you want to say, hey, they were up there trying to start a fight, well, then we can all say that that's not good. But I'm not going to condemn the act of them going up there as a militia, armed and stating their case. That's their First Amendment right and their Second Amendment right. I support it 100%. I am totally an ally of the First Amendment and the Second Amendment, and always will be, no matter what you want to say. If you want to get up there and say anything, I'll support your right to get up and say it. Now, like I said, I won't support you being free of the consequences of what you say. If you say something gross or just stupid and people ridicule you, boycott you, or maybe even kick your ass if it's bad enough, I'm not going to object to that. That's consequence of your actions. But as far as what I think about them arming themselves, putting on their uniforms, designating themselves as a militia and going somewhere on public property and speaking their mind, even if it made people uncomfortable or people didn't like them there, or maybe it interfered with that business for the day. I don't care. Do we condemn like, oh, those black guys that sat at the counter, in Selma or wherever, when that was a whites only counter, we condemn them for that because they disrupted that business for the day. No, I don't think anyone would condemn them for that now, because we want to be on the right side of history now that we're looking at it in the past. So don't be on the wrong side of history when it comes to trying to destroy someone else for doing the same thing you say you support them doing. Support them 100%. I love seeing the black militia up there. I love seeing the black people that, went to the Capitol and escorted that politician there. To me, that was fucking awesome. Some of the best pictures I've ever seen. So I will support your right to exercise your First Amendment rights, your Second Amendment rights, wholeheartedly, 100%. But then, once you get your message out there, if your message is bad or wrong, like starting trouble, well, then there might be consequences to those actions, but you have to accept those. I mean, I accept consequences of my actions all the time. I mean, I think people know all the time. It seems like I'm like, is he trying to shut his YouTube channel down? But no, it's just that I think the truth is worth it, and sometimes you got to say things to get people thinking or get them mad. Just don't try to scare them. Fear just leads to the worst shit. Don't try to scare people. Stop being afraid of everything that doesn't look just like us. I think most of you out there, like I say, I've always said, I think most people are good and a lot of people disagree with me. Most of you out there aren't racist, but you are easily scared, apparently. But let's all change that in ourselves. I know I've been guilty of that in the past. When I first went in the military, I was scared of everybody that was different color, different, I was like, I've never had any experience with this. You'll learn, you'll grow. So don't be afraid. And when you see a group of people, black people, white people, whatever, exercising their First Amendment right and their Second Amendment right, don't degrade them or deny them out of fear. Just say, hey, I support that 100%. And then if their message sucks, attack their message. Because that's our First Amendment right, to attack their message. So I support them. I just want to say, like I said, I support them. I hope you will too, if you are a true defender of the Second Amendment and First Amendment and you're not a hypocrite. But like I said, that doesn't mean you can't have a problem with their message. I've said that already a dozen times. So support them. Don't be frightened. Don't live in fear. Don't allow us to be divided. Right now is a time in the gun community where we are facing a lot of challenges. The Supreme Court has shown they're not willing to help us. We're going to need all the allies we can get in the future. So let's not turn potential allies into enemies now by demonizing them. Let's just say we don't agree with your stance, but we support your right to be up there doing it. Let's try to build some bridges instead of burning them down. I'll burn down as many of my own personal bridges as I want, but as far as the community goes, let's build some bridges now. And as far as I'm concerned, a bunch of black militia members marching up there in formation to speak their mind, as far as I'm concerned, to me, that's a bridge built, because we're showing that even put upon minorities, etc., are realizing the importance of both the First Amendment and the Second Amendment now. And to me, that's a good thing.